breaking news that could radically transform your financial situation. Starting this month, President Trump has just signed a landmark piece of legislation that will deliver $200 monthly stimulus checks to millions of seniors and benefit recipients across America, beginning April 18th. And you could be just days away from receiving this substantial financial boost if you are among the Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA beneficiaries who qualify for this unprecedented monthly support. This groundbreaking program is specifically designed to target those who need it the most during these challenging economic times. The first payments are already being processed by the Treasury Department. If you want to ensure that you remain fully informed about these payments and learn exactly how to maximize this extraordinary financial opportunity, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications so you never miss any critical updates that could put thousands of dollars into your pocket. The financial landscape for America's most vulnerable populations is on the verge of a dramatic change, as many are calling this the most significant direct payment program in recent history. After months of intense negotiation and partisan debate, President Trump has now officially signed off on legislation that will provide substantial recurring financial support to those hardest hit by recent economic challenges. Have you noticed how your fixed income just doesn't stretch as far as it used to? Especially as millions of seniors and disabled Americans find themselves caught in an impossible situation, where inflation steadily erodes their purchasing power and benefit levels fail to keep pace with real-world cost increases. Traditional cost of living adjustments for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits have fallen woefully short of addressing the increasing prices of essential items such as housing, healthcare, food, and energy, which beneficiaries confront every day. So, what exactly does this groundbreaking program include? At its core, eligible beneficiaries will receive monthly direct deposits or physical checks of $200, beginning April 18th. This exact amount was not chosen arbitrarily, it represents the calculated gap between current benefit levels and what economic analysts have determined is necessary to maintain a basic standard of living in today's environment of inflated costs. Unlike previous stimulus measures that provided only one-time payments, this program acknowledges the ongoing nature of the financial challenges and responds by establishing a robust monthly support system. Who exactly qualifies for these monthly payments? The eligibility criteria are refreshingly straightforward. Individuals currently receiving Social Security retirement benefits, Supplemental Security Income, SSI, Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, or Veterans Affairs, VA, benefits will automatically qualify for the full $2,200 monthly payment with no complex income thresholds, asset tests, or confusing application processes involved. If you are already enrolled in any of these programs, you are likely eligible to receive the full amount without any additional action required on your part. When exactly can you expect to see this money in your account? April 18th marks the official start date for the program, and the actual distribution will follow a staggered schedule that mirrors existing benefit payments. Sources within the Treasury Department confirm that the first wave of deposits will begin processing on April 18th, with subsequent distributions rolling out over the following week based on the beneficiaries' birth dates. By April 25th, all eligible recipients should have received their first monthly payment, with subsequent payments arriving on approximately the same date each month thereafter. How will these payments be distributed? The distribution process will mirror the existing benefit payment systems that recipients are familiar with. If you currently receive your benefits via direct deposit, that is how your stimulus payment will be sent *** automatically to the same account ***. For those who receive physical checks for their benefits, the stimulus payment will arrive in the same manner. Administration officials emphasize that beneficiaries will not need to take any extra action to receive these payments, as they will be processed automatically using existing program enrollment data. You might wonder how long these payments will continue. Legislation specifies an initial guaranteed period of 6 months, with built-in provisions for extension based on economic indicators. This means that eligible beneficiaries can count on these monthly payments through at least October 2025, with a strong possibility for further extensions if economic conditions require continued support. The administration has also indicated they will begin evaluating extension criteria about 3 months before the initial period concludes, ensuring ample time to communicate any changes to recipients. What prompted President Trump to support this massive financial relief package? political analysts note that several factors drove this decision, including the growing economic pressure on fixed-income Americans, whose stories of struggling to make ends meet despite decades of contributions to our society could no longer be ignored. Additionally, economic advisors argued persuasively that providing support to these vulnerable populations would have significant positive effects on the broader economy by stimulating consumer spending and reducing the need for other forms of government assistance. Considering the economic impact, what might these payments mean for local communities and the nation as a whole? Economic models suggest that the $200 monthly stimulus program could inject upwards of $220 billion into the economy over the initial 6-month period. Unlike tax cuts or business incentives that may take time to work their way through the economy, this money will immediately flow into local businesses and services as recipients purchase necessities, creating a multiplier effect that could generate substantial economic activity, potentially creating jobs and supporting struggling local businesses across communities nationwide. How is the government funding such an ambitious program? This question was one of the most contentious aspects during the legislation's negotiation process. The final funding structure combines several approaches, including the reallocation of previously approved but unspent federal funds, adjustments to corporate tax provisions targeting overseas profits, and modest reductions in administrative overhead across multiple federal departments. This multifaceted approach was carefully crafted to ensure that the program remains fiscally responsible while still delivering meaningful and prompt support to those who need it most. Are there concerns about potential fraud or abuse in the system? Administration officials have emphasized that robust safeguards have been built into the program design. Since eligibility is tied directly to existing benefit programs with well-established verification systems, the risk of fraudulent claims is significantly minimized. Moreover, the Treasury Department has implemented enhanced monitoring protocols designed to quickly identify and address any suspicious activity. Officials assert that leveraging these existing systems not only maintains high security standards but also reduces administrative overhead. What should you do to prepare for these payments? First and foremost, ensure that your direct deposit information is up to date with the Social Security Administration or Veterans Affairs Department. If you have recently changed banks or wish to switch from physical checks to direct deposit, now is the ideal time to update your records. Although no new application is necessary for those already receiving benefits, verifying that your contact information is current is a wise precaution to avoid any potential delays or complications. Have you been postponing necessary expenses due to financial constraints? Many beneficiaries have reported delaying essential medical treatments, home repairs, or even vehicle maintenance because their current benefits simply do not stretch far enough. Financial advisors suggest creating a priority list of these delayed necessities so that when the stimulus payments begin, you can address them strategically, starting with health and safety-related expenses, followed by essential maintenance issues that could become more costly if further delayed. Are you concerned about how these payments might affect your existing benefits or tax situation? According to the legislation, these stimulus payments are specifically designated as non-taxable income and will not count toward income limits for other assistance programs, including SNAP, Medicaid, or housing subsidies. This thoughtful provision ensures that recipients do not face the dilemma of receiving financial help only to lose other essential support services or encounter unexpected tax burdens in future filing periods. Is there opposition to the program? As with any major government initiative, critics exist on both sides of the political spectrum. Some fiscal conservatives worry about long-term budgetary implications, while some progressives feel the payments should be larger or extended to additional groups. However, the bipartisan support that ultimately carried this legislation through Congress reflects a broad consensus that immediate action was necessary to address the financial crisis facing benefit recipients in our nation. Are there any strings attached to these payments? Many recipients naturally harbor suspicions when government programs seem too good to be true. But administration officials have repeatedly stressed that these are straightforward direct support payments with no repayment requirements or hidden conditions. Recipients have complete autonomy over how they use these funds, though financial advisors generally recommend prioritizing essential needs over discretionary spending to best improve long-term financial stability. Looking ahead, what might this program mean for future support for seniors and disabled Americans? Some policy experts believe these stimulus payments could reshape the national conversation around benefit adequacy by highlighting that current benefit levels are insufficient to meet basic needs, potentially paving the way for more permanent adjustments in how benefits are calculated and distributed in the future. The data gathered during this program regarding both recipients' fund usage and the broader economic impact could serve as a basis for structural reforms in coming years. As the official April 18 launch date quickly approaches, staying informed about any final adjustments or implementation details is crucial, since minor changes to distribution schedules or verification processes may still occur. Having accurate information will ensure you receive every dollar you are entitled to without unnecessary delays. The Social Security Administration has established a dedicated information portal on their website where recipients can check the latest updates and verify their payment status. If you know friends or family members who might also qualify for these payments, please consider sharing this critical information with them. Many eligible beneficiaries may not yet be aware of this developing story. Spreading accurate information about this program could substantially improve the financial well-being of someone you care about, especially for those who are isolated or have limited access to news. If you found this update helpful, please support our channel by liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications. Your engagement helps us reach more people who might benefit from this life-changing relief. Remember, these $200 monthly stimulus checks, beginning April 18th, represent genuine financial relief for millions of Americans struggling to make ends meet. Staying informed and well-prepared could mean receiving every dollar you have earned and deserve. As this important story continues to develop, we will bring you the latest, most accurate updates so you can confidently navigate the changes that lie ahead in this historic economic intervention.